just raise your hand, and then they'll get you the microphone, and then we'd ask that you please state your name and media agency that you're representing. Okay, we'll start in front right here for the players only.
Hi, this is Melissa from U.S. College Hockey Online. Either one of you, how has prep worked differently compared this past week compared to regular season? Like anything different that you guys did physically, mentally to prepare for this weekend?
Dominic, why don't you take that?
No, I think we wanted to keep it as normal as possible. We wanted to go through the same routine as we always do, and I guess the big difference was trying to catch up on some school. We've been gone a couple weeks now, so I think that was about it. We wanted to stay as normal as possible.
Okay, we'll take one in front right here.
Throughout the postseason
Okay, excuse me, sir. Can you just state your name and agency, please?
Matt Wellens, Duluth News Tribune, in case you didn't know, Dom. Dom, what's allowed you guys the past few weeks in the postseason here, the NCHC tournament regionals, to kind of get back to playing that strong team defense that you guys were playing at the beginning of the year?
Well, we wanted to be tighter and not give teams so much time and space. I mean, when you give teams that time and space, they can make it hurt and score some goals. So I think that's the biggest thing is we took away the time and space, and there's a lot more communication back there, which helps on switches and who's got who. So we gotta stay focused and keep playing that hard defense, because obviously Harvard's really skilled offensive team.
Okay, we'll take one here in the middle.
Yeah, Dylan Michaels, KQDS. Hunter, this one's for you. How do you treat this one like any other game and not let the stage get too big?
Just like you just said it, I'm going to treat it like any other game. I'm not going to change what I do on a daily basis. Just going to go do my daily routine and play my game.
Okay. Okay, we'll take one in the middle on the right.
Zach Schneider, KBJR. Al, throughout this whole season, you guys have kind of been there, done that as seniors. This is somewhere you haven't been. So what do you, as 7 seniors, say to the guys going into tomorrow night?
Just obviously just play our game like we've all been saying here. Take in every moment. You know, it's a dream to play here, and we're just proud of the boys to get in here. But just play our game, play hard as we can, and treat every shift like it's our last.
Okay, we'll take one in front.
Matt Wellens, Duluth News Tribune. Al, going back to the commitment to team defense that you guys have kind of renewed the past few weeks here, how much have you seen that help you guys offensively?
It gives us a lot of momentum. You know, just a simple block shot, giving the puck out to us, just gives us that chance to score a goal or make a good play. So we're going to need it tomorrow.
Okay, we'll take one on the far right. I think that's Jess.
I think so. Dom, Jess Myers from USA Hockey Magazine. Having been to a couple regional finals and you know, finally winning one a couple weeks ago, do you have to avoid a sense of kind of satisfaction that you've finally gotten here now, or how do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean, coach preaches that all year, to never be satisfied. So I think that helps us moving forward and wanting more and wanting to keep getting better. So obviously we were on an emotional high there, getting to the Frozen Four for the first time. These group of guys, but we definitely got to be ready to go and try and get those nerves out right off the start.
Okay. Take one in the middle.
Dylan Michaels, KQDS. What parents and family coming into town, this could kind of be the end of quite a long run for you seniors. What are some of the emotions before you guys take the ice?
Hunter, why don't you take that one?
I mean, it's mixed emotion. I mean, it's exciting. It's sad knowing it's the last couple times we'll throw on the dog sweater. But I mean, most importantly, it's exciting. We got 2 games here and a chance to win the ultimate prize, and that's what a lot of us came back for. So just trying to enjoy every moment of it and have fun with it.
Okay. Take one in front, Matt.
For Dom or Al, either one of you guys, both of you guys, Adam Johnson, one of your more versatile teammates that's played everywhere, but goalie, unless Scott's going to do that this weekend. No? Okay. I'll scratch that question for you later then. What's always stood out to you guys about Johns as a winger when he was playing with the two of you guys?
He's quick, you know. He's got really quick feet, very agile. He makes a lot of jukes. He's got very good hands. So I know he's been great for us, especially on the power play. That last goal, the overtime. Just simple things like that. He's very good at it.
Jess.
Dom, your dad's been down this road before. Any advice from him on playing in a Frozen Four? A little different than when he was here, but
Don't lose the championship. No, I mean, yeah, he was fortunate enough to make it to back-to-back. So he just said enjoy it. Obviously, it's tough to get here. Have fun with it and give it your all. You don't want any regrets. And hopefully we can bring home some hardware back to Duluth.
Okay, we'll take one in the middle.
Adrian Robbins, KQDS. Guys, how did it feel getting out there on the United Center, big ice and everything today?
Take that one.
It felt really good. It was pretty cool being out there on the big sheet there, and obviously the stands were pretty high up in the air too, so that was pretty cool. We've been working hard to get here this whole year, so it's a pretty good feeling being out there.
Okay. Additional questions for the student athletes? All right, guys, thank you very much and good luck.
Thanks, guys.
The Duluth locker room will be open until 12:45. It is 12:23 right now. So now we'll take questions for Coach Sandelin. We'll start with Bob Snow on the middle left here.
Coach Bob Snow, BruinsDaily.com. Maybe assess what you think this team brings as its biggest challenge for you guys.
Harvard?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think they're very balanced. Obviously, they've got some very talented forwards up front. You know, their top two lines especially. There's a lot of skill, a lot of deception. They're a puck possession team. I've been impressed with their poise and composure. And you know, obviously when you're a puck possession team, you know you like to make plays and not give pucks away. And I think they do a really good job of that, coming whether it's neutral zone, transition, and certainly in the offensive zone. And obviously their best lines, their top two lines really play very well together and feed off and play well off just in small areas. And but their transition game is good. There's not a lot of holes, you know. I think their goaltender's been good. Defensively, they've been strong. They haven't given up a lot of goals, and they can one of the top teams, if not the top team, I think, scoring wise. So, but again, the style they play, we've seen some of that. They do have some similarities to teams that we've played. So that's good as far as going up against that. But you know, again, it's a very solid team that you've got to play a very, very hopefully minimize the mistakes, and especially with pucks. And certainly, again, hopefully continue to do what we've done and capitalize on our opportunities, because I think we've done a good job of that this year when we get them.
Take one in front, Matt.
Scott, how much is this Harvard team going to kind of test that commitment to team defense you guys have gotten back to the past few weeks?
Probably a lot. You know, again, they're quick. They transition well. Like I said, they don't give up the puck. They make plays. Their defense get involved, especially guys like Fox, who's a tremendous player back there, very elusive, smart. But again, you know, hopefully we can do, you know, we're talking about them. Hopefully we can do the same thing to them. And I think if we do that and they do that, it's going to be a heck of a game. It's going to be back and forth. But again, it's minimizing, you know, it's managing your puck, you know. Certainly turnovers are going to be critical, but mistakes are always big at this time. You know, I mean, it could come down to little things, bad line changes. You know, watching the tape, I think a couple of their opponents had some bad line changes, which led to some goals off rushes. So again, we have to have good rush coverage, make sure we're doing little things like that, making sure we're not, you know, changing at the wrong times. You know, those are mistakes that you just can't catch up. And so you've got to play, like everyone probably talks about, as close to mistake-free as you can, but kids are still going to make mistakes. But hopefully we can do that and just play smart, you know, aggressively, and keep it fairly simple and not have those types of mistakes.
Back right, Jess Myers.
When Cascasillo decided to leave after last season, that was maybe the biggest question mark about your team going into this year was, you know, what do you have in goal? Did you know what you had in Miska?
Well, I knew we had someone that reminded me a lot of Alex Stalock as far as, the way he kind of played. You know, he's had a little bit of a more unique style. He's very athletic, very competitive. And, you know, he's a guy that didn't rush it either, you know, as far as he played a lot of games. I know he started late as a goaltender, but he was in no hurry. He wanted to make sure he, you know, was prepared by playing, you know, he played 3 years of junior plus a development team. So, and he played on some good teams too. So, you know, he's been in big games and, you know, we're certainly hoping. I think he had all the, you know, the parts to become, you know, a good goaltender. And, but the biggest thing I think he has is a great demeanor. I mean, you kind of heard his comment here about the rink being tall and all that stuff. That's him. I mean, that's him to a T. And nothing really bothers him. He kind of goes about his business and does his job. And he's got a great personality, and he's been outstanding for us.
Okay. Take one in front, Matt.
Scott, when you recruited Adam Johnson, did you see a player that you could use everywhere and at any time on the ice?
Well, I think we knew, you know, I mean, coming out of high school, he played forward. You know, he played everything there, and then, you know, he played defense a lot because sometimes you have to put your best players back there, and where he could play 40 minutes a night in high school. But you know, he's always had the skill. He's always had the speed. He's gotten a little, you know, stronger. But you know, I think obviously we knew he had the ability to play D if we ever needed him. But obviously he was recruited as a forward. And this year he played wing, you know, last year with Dom and Al, and this year we had to put him at center in the beginning of the year to kind of fill a void until Avery got in there, and we moved him to wing again, and now he's back in the middle, and I like him in the middle of the rink because he can control the game, and he's a guy you want with the puck, and he's got some dynamics that are, you know, are dangerous, and hopefully he continues to play the way he is.
Okay. Take one in front, Paul.
Paula Weston, U.S. College Hockey Online. What is it about this team that got them to this point this season?
It's a pretty close group. I know people say that. It's just I think our leaders have been really good. I think they've been, you know, our core. It's not just our captains. It's just our upperclassmen. Certainly our senior group. You know, they've had some success, and you know, kind of wanted to drive to take it another step, which they've done now. But they've been a big part of that, and they've been our best players too. That's always important when, you know, your older guys, your key guys are your best players, and but they've sometimes I feel like I've never figured them out, and that's sometimes a good thing. I felt that way a little bit in 11, where there was just one of those teams that was kind of quirky at times, but they just believed in each other and they trusted each other, and I think that's grown through the year too. And you know, teams sometimes come together quickly. Sometimes it takes a little while. Some never do. This one came together pretty quickly, and maybe it was some of those early games that we won. You know, the tight games that, you know, it brought them a little closer and believing, and because we've been in a lot of them, so I got to think that it's helped a little bit. But I got to give a lot of credit to our senior group. I think they've been good, and like I said, they've been our hardest workers and our best players too.
Okay, Matt.
Scott, we're going to see Carson Soucy tomorrow. You're going to play?
You'll see tomorrow.
You guys play?
You'll see tomorrow.
Next question.
I'll let you know tomorrow morning.
Bob Snow.
Yes, Scott, there's always a lot made by you guys to have the benefit of that senior, if you will, leadership team, but now you've got two teams virtually with the same level of seniors in this day and age. That's usually not the case. Is there a factor that comes into that makes you guys look at what you need to do beyond the obvious?
No, I think our teams do mirror each other a little bit that way. I think both teams have some experience in the tournament. Maybe not the Frozen Four, but you know, even last year I remember watching them in the regional playing BC, and I thought they were a good team then when they had BC. And so a lot of those guys returned. Some guys are in different roles now. Some guys have stepped up. I don't know. I think it does come down to those little things. You know, it's to me at this time of the year, it's special teams and, you know, a power play. Obviously theirs is very good, so we got to stay out of the box. Ours has been good. I don't think it's been that good. A save, a critical mistake at a wrong time. I think it really comes down to that. I think both teams like to play the game the right way, and you know, hopefully, you know, we play just a little bit better, and probably Teddy's saying the same thing. But they do have some difference makers. So do we. Those guys have to be good. and they have to be a factor in the game. And sometimes it's always an unsung person, someone no one's talking about, that gets the job done. And, you know, we've had some guys step up too this year, probably like they have, that have scored a timely goal or got a game-winning goal or had a big game for you when maybe your top players are nullified. So I think pretty even. So it really comes down to just little things, I think, for the most part. I expect that tomorrow.
Middle right.
In Duluth about you learned from your first two Frozen Fours not to change too much for this week. It didn't seem, watching that practice, that these guys are too tense going into tomorrow night.
No, they were fired up to play the 3-puck game at the United Center, I can tell you. We do it every Wednesday before. It's a little warm-up. I'm debating, we're in there, should we do it, should we do it? And if I would have not done it, they probably would not have had a good practice because they stay in their routine. And you know, this time of the year, there's not a lot of different things you want to be doing. You want to keep them comfortable, you want to keep them confident, and that's how they have to approach the game tomorrow. They got to be confident, and they got to go in there with the same belief and trust each other, and just play the game and play with confidence because they've had a good year. You know, everybody's had a good year at this point, so that's what you hope the team can do, and if you do that, hopefully you're advancing to the next game.
Okay, Bruce.
Bruce Siskey, Red Rock Radio. We talked about this, you and I, before the BU game. When you face a bigger goaltender like Madsen, what are the biggest keys to trying to get pucks by him?
Well, first of all, let's get pucks to the net. Well, again, you know, you got to attack. I mean, hopefully we got to get inside, you know. I mean, I think anybody will say that to try and score, but they do a great job defending. You know, they block a lot of shots. They really do a good job inside the dots, so they don't make it easy. And when you have those opportunities, you got to try and get pucks to the net, take pucks to the net, and you know, if you do have shot opportunities, not a lot of them are going to get through, you know, because they do a good job blocking shots too, and so you might have to look at other ways. But you know, more shots, better chance you have to score, number one. But you still got to get inside there and try and create some second and third opportunities on those goaltenders. But most of the time, the good ones are going to stop the ones they see in the first shot. It's the second and third ones, and those are the areas you got to win. You got to win those areas inside the dots and around the net, and same thing defensively, you know, because they have a team that attacks and has that skill. So we've got to do a good job of nullifying their second and third opportunities and let Hunter see the puck and make the first save.
Okay. Jess, far right.
Scott, it's your third time sitting on this stage as a coach. Can you compare them at all? You know, obviously Boston, the first one, winning a title your last time here. Is the feeling similar? Is the buzz in town similar? You know, what's this one like?
It's great. Again, you know, I mean, it's so hard to get here, you know, and 04 was kind of cool because it hadn't happened in UMD for a while, I think 10 years or whatever, or something like that. So everyone was excited, and I don't think you ever don't get excited about it. Like you find out, like for me, I guess I'm probably more excited for our senior group, our team. But you know, it affects everybody. You know, it's great. Your alumni are excited. The community is excited. It does create a buzz. There's no question, and you know, that's fun. But this is a great opportunity, and every time you get here, you feel pretty lucky to be in the position that we're in. But like I told our guys, I mean, to really fully, truly enjoy this, you got to win the first game to experience the whole thing, you know, because it does suck when you got to turn around and go home. But hopefully we can do that.
Okay. Additional questions for Coach Sandelin? All right, thanks.
Thanks.
It's 12:36. The locker room will be open for 9 more minutes. You like me calling Hunter Miska a senior? I got to get my glasses. I call Hunter Miska a senior. Nice freshman. I was hoping he'd be a junior, but I looked down. I was like, oh. He handled it. Absolutely.